Hi my dear student, in last class we solved some problems on the basis of electric field due to point charge and also system of charge. In this class also we solved some other problems related to that electric field due to the system of charges. First one, point charges of plus 8 nanocoulomb, minus 8 nanocoulomb and plus 16 nanocoulomb are placed at the corners A, C and D of a square ABCD of side 4 cm. Find the magnitude of resultant electric field at B. Here in this one, one square is that ABCD. Here a square A, B, C, D. There are three charges plus 8 nanocoulomb, minus 8 nanocoulomb, plus 16 nanocoulomb are placed at the corners A, C, D. The plus 8 nanocoulomb that is placed at A, that one we can call as a QA. It is equal to plus 8 nanocoulomb, and minus 8 nanocoulomb is placed at C, that one we can call as a QC, is equal to minus 8 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb or minus 8 nanocoulomb, and plus 16 nanocoulomb is placed at D, that one we can call as a QD, is equal to plus 16 nanocoulomb of side 4 cm. Here the square side is 4 cm. It means AB is equal to 4 cm, BC is equal to 4 cm, and CD is equal to 4 cm, and AD is also equal to 4 cm. Now we find the magnitude of electric field at B. Here, at the point of B, there are three electric fields are acting here. One, it is due to the QA, another one due to the QC, and due to QD. First, calculate the electric field at B due to the QA, due to the QC, and due to the QD. Then after we calculate the resultant electric field. First, write down the given values. Given QA is equal to plus 8 nanocoulomb or plus 8 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb. QC is equal to minus 8 nanocoulomb, that is minus 8 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb, and QD is equal to plus 16 nanocoulomb is there, or plus 16 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb, and they are on the side of the square is there. It means AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD is equal to 4 centimeter is there, or 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Now first find the electric field at B due to the due to QA. Electric field at B due to QA. How can we find the electric field at a point B due to the QA? We know the formula, that is electric field due to the point charge E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square. By using that formula, we calculate the electric field at B due to the QA. See, E1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught QA divided by R. It is the distance between the point and charge. Here the distance between the point and charge is AB square. Here we know the values of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon QA and AB. He substitute here 9 into 10 raised to 9 QA, that is 8 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by AB. AB is equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 whole square. Here 10 raised to plus 9, 10 raised to minus 9 get cancelled. Here 9 into 8 divided by 16 into 10 raised to minus 4. Here it is 8 ones are, it is 2s are, 2 ones are, it is 4.5. Here 4.5 into 10 raised to plus 4. It is Newton per coulomb. Then what is the direction of this E1? Already we know that If positive point charge, the direction of electric field is directed outward. See, QA is a positive point charge is that. That's why the electric field direction is directed outward. It means along AB. Here E1. It is along AB. Along AB. Now we calculate the electric field at B due to the QC. Electric field at B due to QC. See, E2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught QC divided by distance between the point and charge, that is BC square. So substitute the values here. 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 8 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by distance BC is equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 whole square. Here simplify this one, we get that is 4.5 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per Coulomb. Then what is the direction of the E2? See that QC is a negative point charge, is that the direction of the electric field is directed towards to the charge. That's why the direction of E2 is along BC, along BC. Now the electric field at B due to QD. Electric field at B due to QD. Here E3 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught QD divided by distance between the point and charge, that is BD square. But we don't know the distance between the BD. See, the triangle BCD, it is a right angle triangle, is that? By using the Pythagoras theorem, we find the distance between BD. Here BD is equal to square root of DC square plus BC square. See, BC and DC both are same. That's why by using that is a root of 2. Here a is just one side. Right? That is a is equal to 4 centimeters. Here substitute the values 9 into 10 raised to 9 into QD, that is 16 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by that is BD. A root to A is equal to 4 centimeter. It means 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 into a root of 2 whole square. And simplify this one, we get that is 4.5 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per Coulomb. Then what is the direction of the E3? See, that QD is a positive point charge, is there? That's why the direction of the electric field is directed outward. It means along DB, that is E3. See, the E3 is X with some angle theta. Right? Here theta is equal to 45 degree, because it is the right angle triangle is there. It is exact, it is 90, it is half, means that is 45 degree. This E3 is X with some angle. That's why the E3 is resolved into two components. One, it is E3 cos theta along E1, and another one, it is E3 sin theta along CB. E3 sin theta. See, the E1 and E3 cos theta both are acting along AB and on same line of action. See, E3 sin theta and E2 both are acting along same line but opposite direction. That's why the resultant of E1 and E3 cos theta, we find the resultant of E1 and E3 cos theta and the resultant of E2 and E3 cos theta. Then after we calculate the resultant of both two. Now let E dash is equal to resultant of E3 cos theta and E1. See, E1 and E3 both are in same direction. The resultant of those two we can take it as E dash is equal to E1 plus of E3 cos theta and the resultant of E3 sin theta and E2. That one we can take it as E double dash. E double dash is equal to that E2 minus of E3 sin theta, because that both are opposite. That's why the resultant of both two, that is E2 minus of E3 sin theta. See, already we know the value of E1, E3 and theta is equal to 45 degrees. Substitute the values of E3, E1 and theta in this equation. Here E1 is equal to 4.5 into 10 raised to 4 plus 4.5 into 10 raised to 4 into cos of 45, because theta is equal to 45 is cos of 45, 1 divided by root 2, right? Then simplify this one, we get the answer is 7.68 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per Coulomb. Then what is the direction of this E dash? See, E1 and E3 cos theta both are along AB. That's why the resultant of these two is along the same direction. It means along AB. Along AB. Right? Now, we calculate the E double dash. We know the value of E2. E2 is equal to 4.5 into 10 raised to 4 minus E3 is also is equal to 4.5 into 10 raised to 4 into sin of 45. It is 1 by root 2. Then E double dash is equal to, simplify this one. That is 1.3175 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per Coulomb. Then what is the direction of this E double dash? See, that E2 and E3 sin theta both are opposite, but the resultant of that one will take along the BC, because the magnitude of E2 is greater than E3 sin theta. That's why the resultant of E double dash is along the BC. Along BC. Now say that E dash and E double dash both are acting along. One it is along, E dash is along AB and E double dash is along BC. Both are acting with some angle. It is at 90 degree. Then the resultant of E dash and E double dash. How can you calculate that resultant of E dash and E double dash? By using the law of parallelogram vectorization. If two vectors are acting along the adjacent side of the parallelogram, then the resultant is along the diagonal, that is E. Then how can you find the magnitude of this resultant electric field? Already we know the formula, the resultant of addition of two vectors, that is R is equal to square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. By using that formula, we calculate the resultant electric field at B. Now the resultant electric or magnitude of a resultant electric field at B, that one E is equal to square root of E dash square plus E double dash square plus 2E dash E double dash cos theta. See, theta is the angle between E dash and E double dash. What is the angle between E dash and E double dash? That is 90. What is the cos 90? 0. That's why this term becomes 0. Now substitute the values here. E is equal to square root of E dash square. What is the E dash here? That is E dash is equal to 7.68 into 10 raised to 4 whole square plus that E double dash is equal to 1.3175 into 10 raised to 4 whole square. Then simplify this one. E is equal to that simplify one. That one we get that 7.79 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per Coulomb. This is the magnitude of resultant electric field at B. Okay. Next one, a pendulum of bob of mass 80 milligram and carrying a charge of 20 nanocoulomb is at rest in a horizontal uniform electric field strength 20,000 Newton per Coulomb. Find the tension in the thread of the pendulum and the angle it makes with vertical. Here, a pendulum having a charge that is Q is equal to 20 nanocoulomb is placed in horizontal electric field, that is E is equal to 20,000 Newton per Coulomb. Already we know that if any one of the charged particle is placed in electric field, it experiences a force. Similarly, here is also this pendulum also experiences some force because it carries a charge. Then when the force is experienced or when the force is acting on this charged particle or pendulum, it starts to displace from the mean position OA. Then it will be comes to the rest after certain displacement or after certain distance. When it is comes to the rest, when the net force acting on this bob is becomes 0. Here let us assume that at the point B it comes to the rest. Here at the point of B, there are the three forces are acting on this bob. One, it is a tension in the thread, that is a T, is along the direction of the thread, and another one, weight of the bob, that is a W is equal to mg, is a vertically downward, and another one force is experienced, another one force is acting, that is due to the electric field. It is along the direction of the electric field, that is F is equal to EQ. See, this T is resolved into two components. Here we can take it as a theta is the angle makes it with vertical, that is a theta. The T is, it means the tension in the thread is acting with some angle theta. That's why T is resolved into two components. One, it is T cos theta. Here that the angle B is equal to angle O. Here one it is T cos theta and another one it is T sin theta. At the point of B, it means equilibrium position. It means net force acting on the bob is equal to 0. Because this W is equal to mg is balanced by that T cos theta and F is balanced by that T sin theta. That's why the net force acting on the bob is equal to 0 at the point of B. First write down the given values. Here E is equal to 20,000 Newton per coulomb, and a charge on the bulb, that is 20 nanocoulomb or 20 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb, and mass of the bulb, that is 80 milligram is there, or 80 into 10 raised to minus 6 kg. Right here, for equilibrium of bulb, that is, shall I write T sin theta is equal to EQ, because both are equal and opposite. Here T sin theta is equal to EQ, and T cos theta is equal to mg. Here this one we can take as equation number 1, and here we can take as equation number 2. 1 by 2. Here 1 is T sin theta divided by T cos theta is equal to EQ divided by mg. Here T and T get cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta, here tan theta is equal to EQ divided by mg. Here already we know the value of EQ mg. Substitute here. Tan theta is equal to 20,000 into what is the Q here? It is 20 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by m, mass is 80 milligram is there. 80 into 10 raised to minus 6 into G, 9.8. Here tan theta is equal to simplify this one, we get the answer is the 0.5102, or theta is equal to tan inverse of 0.5102. Then theta is equal to tan inverse of 0.5102 value is that 27 degree 2 minute. 27 degree 2 minute. It is the pendulum, it makes angle theta with vertical. Then now we find the tension in the thread. How can we find? Here this shall I write equation 1? Equation 1, T is equal to EQ divided by sin theta. Here we know the value of theta, E and Q substitute. T is equal to E, 20,000 into Q, that is 20 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by sin of theta is equal to 27 degree 2 minute. Then T is equal to, simplify this one, we get the answer is 8.80 into 10 raised to minus 4 Newton. It is tension in the